My name's Nicole Schmitz, and I'm here to talk about anything and everything to do with holistic health and wellness. Through my background in psychology and by sharing some of my personal experiences, hopefully I'll be able to share with you some useful tips and tricks to help you become the best version of you. So today I'll be talking about imposter syndrome and help you figure out whether or not you have it. I'll be going through the 5 different types, what the symptoms might look like, the effects it might have on you, and how to manage it. So if any of that interests you, then be sure to keep watching. So this was something that I've struggled with all my life. And it wasn't until recently that I knew there was an actual term for it. Feeling like a fake, a phony, that I didn't deserve to be in the positions that I was in, and that sooner or later I'd be exposed, despite having several achievements under my belt and plenty of factual reasons as to why I should be there. This is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which a person doubts that any of their accomplishments have anything to do with actual skill or talent, rather that it was due to luck or some other external factor such as charm or a fluke. An estimated 70% of people are said to experience some form of imposter feelings at some point in their lives, whether that be through career, study, or relationships, or any other aspect of their life. This includes famous people too, like Michelle Obama. As mentioned earlier, I've battled this from a very early age. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to start a YouTube channel? Am I good enough to pursue my dreams? My achievements up till now, they were just a fluke. They didn't really mean that much. There are 5 distinct types of imposters. The perfectionist. Now, this is one I can relate to. This is the type that strives to do their absolute best, no matter the physical or mental cost. They set impossibly high standards and will damn near kill themselves trying to achieve them. The Superman and the Superwoman. Now, this is the type that will take on multiple roles and expect to be able to juggle and excel in all of them. And if they were to drop the ball in any of those roles, they would feel completely incompetent altogether. The natural genius. Now, this one's a double whammy because not only are they a perfectionist, but they're so smart that they also set out to achieve their goals on the first go. And when they fail to do so, they feel guilty, unworthy, shameful, because they feel like that they're smart enough to have done so. The soloist. Now, this type has extreme difficulties in asking for help. They feel like it makes them look incompetent and that they need to prove their worth by doing it all on their own. The expert. Now, this type never feels good enough or ready enough, despite being extremely knowledgeable and prepared. If they don't have the answer each and every time, then they feel inexperienced on the whole. So what goes through the mind of someone with imposter syndrome? They often experience success as external and failure as internal. This only leads to further doubts about one's abilities and further reinforces the imposter syndrome in a self-perpetuating cycle. They also feel like even though they feel like a failure inside, it's extremely important to keep up the appearance of intelligence. Like they say, fake it till you make it, because for them, showing any sign of weakness shows incompetence. They also tend to feel insecure about being underqualified or inexperienced. This is more so for those who are actually of a young age, or say if you're the new kid on the block. So how does it affect you? Imposter syndrome can lead to psychological distress, such as panic attacks, anxiety, and depression. It can also cause low self-esteem and neglect in self-care, to the point where you're overworking and have a disproportionate work-life balance. It can also lead to fatigue and burnout, emotional and cognitive distance, poorer outcomes, and an overall unhappy life. So what can you do if you have imposter syndrome? Recognize it and call out the BS. Recognize your expertise, even if that means writing down all of your achievements in a note on your phone and deliberately going back to it when you recognize you're feeling this way. This can serve as a friendly reminder of how great you actually are. And remember, don't fall in the trap of comparing yourself to others. You are on your own journey and you need to take things at your own pace. And call out the bully inside your head. You know the truth. Instead, use self-serving affirmations to remind yourself of who you truly are and what you truly deserve. On the other hand, write down what makes you feel worse, to know that these are your triggers. Build a trusted network that you can be open with and share your most inner thoughts and feelings. Get consistent, constructive, and real feedback from a mentor or coach or someone you trust. Trust in that more than the irrational voice in your head, and learn to receive and accept compliments. I know that was one of the hardest ones for me, but I can assure you, it feels so much better once you learn to do it. Develop a plan and celebrate successes each and every step of the way. Keep a diary or log and reflect. What does success look like to you? What goals do you need to achieve them? To avoid the irrational thoughts in your head that you are just simply fake or inadequate. Celebrating success reinforces that you are worthy of your achievements and trains your mind to recognize that you have what it takes. And finally, create a power pose, even though it feels silly and unnatural. Or in the very least, improve your posture. You'll see it'll make a massive difference. Your body is holistically intertwined, so any change you make physically, even small or slight, can have a major effect on your mind. At the end of the day, the solution will be different for everyone, so pick and choose the ones that work for you. So to recap, these are the 5 types of imposters: the perfectionist, the Superman or woman, the natural genius, the soloist, and the expert, which can all lead to negative effects. But if you recognize it, call out the BS, and apply any of these tools to manage it, you can get out of this negative mindset and truly flourish in whatever aspect of your life that's been affected. Do you feel like you have imposter syndrome? Which of the 5 types are you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. I really hope this video has helped you in some way. If you're new or enjoy my content, please hit the like and subscribe button below, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Bye guys!